If you were any better, there'd be two of you.
This week on iletunes, your ears will be treated to the origin story of Haunted Hearts, a world premiere from Shinobi's new album, and a battle of the Todds. Yous ready, PEI? Let's get her done! Hello, Prince Edward Island. I am Adam Michael James, and you are listening to iletunes for the week of December 3rd, 2023. Holy frig, you guys. How is it Christmas time already? I mean, didn't we just do this? Well, I guess resistance is futile, so we'd better get with the program. In terms of this program, Christmas Eve Day, it's going to be a special holiday installment of iletunes, less talk and more ho-ho-hoing from PEI artists. And I've got some real goodies for you, but that's in 3 weeks. 3 weeks? So let's stay in the moment with this current episode. And we're gonna open it up right. As in right flow, that is. The young hip-hop artist sat down for the iletunes microphones in October ahead of the release of his newest EP, Into the Abyss. In fact, I just finally got his full video interview posted up on Patreon. Hey, there's only so many hours in a day, you know? That's patreon.com/iletunes, where $5 a month makes you a subscriber and gives you access to all the video interviews I've got up there. It's all island content, and where are you gonna find a streaming service like that? But I digress. Right Flow came to us from Port Harcourt, the 5th largest city in Nigeria, and when he's not making music, he's studying psychology at UPEI. Even though he's got new tracks out, let's harken back to his EP from last year, Right Flow Unleashed, and unleash this 17th episode of iletunes with its opening cut, Alone. It's the flow that's right that also requires an
iletunes F-bomb alert!
I'm alone, and I lost hope, and she took my soul. How do I know, and how do I know? How do I do the dash on these hoes? DDS on my wrist and it's gold. Tear stains on a fucking bankroll, and you got tear stains on a fucking bankroll. I know it's the cash, I know it's the money. I told her, girl, it's not too funny. All of a sudden she's acting weird, now she started acting funny. To that girl that I do not blame her. I told her, girl, that I cannot save her. I cannot change her. I erased her before you tip to the brain. Yeah, he ate her. Can't save her, and made her. Yeah, made her. I'm alone, and I lost hope, and she took my soul. How do I know? I'm alone, and I lost hope, and she took my soul. How do I know? Yeah, it's not my city. Yeah, I know it's not my city, but these girls are looking pretty. I'ma just hit him up at 50. Now I've started feeling filthy. Matter of fact, I'm feeling Ricky. Show your face, I'ma show my blicky. And I know that girl too freaky. Yeah. You wanna party with the flow. You wanna party like it's cold. You wanna party like you know. You wanna party like you go. Feel like it's yours, like I'm like don't. I don't know. I lost hope. She took my soul. And how do I know? I'm alone, and I lost hope, and she took my soul. How do I know? I'm alone, and I lost hope, and she took my soul. How do I know?
Venturing into the depth of island electronica, and you thought it didn't exist here, with a 2007 cut from John Jack and his John Jack Volume 1 album. That's Dust on iTunes. A little EDM and glitch ditty dusted off for you from MySpace. Remember when that was a thing? Technology moves so fast. While we're in the mid to late aughts, let's bump ahead a year to 2008 and a work from interdisciplinary artist Tanya Davis. What is an interdisciplinary artist, you ask? Well, according to Wikipedia, the source of all knowledge, interdisciplinary involves the combination of multiple academic disciplines into one activity. For the purpose of art, it means melding visual arts and performing arts, say. In addition to 4 records and 2 books being released, Tanya also put out a video poem called How to Be at Home, which was a response to the pandemic. So that fits the definition quite nicely. A member of the 2S LGBTQIA+ community, the poet laureate of PEI fits into this episode of iTunes with this promised flashback to 2008 from Tanya Davis's gorgeous Morning album. This is Thesaurus. Oh man, I'd be lost without mine.
This thesaurus for 10 years, and I have borrowed its ideas to make mine clear. The dictionaries are on the shelf. You can use them to figure me out. Seemingly I do not fit the description listed, be it poet, cheater, straight girl, or crooked. The labels are on the boxes. You can use them, they are safe and monotonous. Somebody planted a Bible in my bedside table. It is for them a truth and for me a fable. Said Moses parted the waters. I'd rather stay in and swim with the dolphins.
If you're gonna be haunted-hearted, might as well take it back to where it started. Call it the origin story of Haunted Hearts, the track Haunted Hearts, from their debut album Thank You Goodnight, reaching back to 2009. Starting as a side project for Dennis Ellsworth, this honky-tonky juxtaposition of darker themes and jaunty music was also comprised of Mike McDougall, Blue Gillis, Dan Curry, and Johnny Ross, and the Hearts recorded this album live off the floor. No, that doesn't mean they were lying down on the floor. It means they basically played the cuts as a live gig and laid it down that way. I interviewed Dennis last month, expanded video of it still to come on Patreon, and he hinted that, you never know, Haunted Hearts could still make another album after 13 years. Maybe find him on social media and do some polite, gentle coaxing. Coming up, a world premiere from a Mi'kmaq rapper, and two Todds tussle for tunes. The quartet Barachois took their name from, of course, Barachois, which is an Acadian word for a type of shallow lagoon found on the ocean shores of the Maritimes. You've seen them. Maybe you've seen Barachois in concert, where Hélène Bergeron, Albert Arsenault, Louise Arsenault, and Chuck Arsenault wowed audiences with their high-energy stage shows. Hard to believe they started out playing kitchen parties. By 1997, they had picked up an ECMA for their self-titled first album. Before they were done, they toured a total of 17 countries. Not bad for something that emerged from a lagoon. The group was known for incorporating step dancing into their shows, so this French-Canadian traditional song about three ladies who wore out their shoes dancing makes sense in their repertoire. The ladies go to a shoemaker who tells them that the payment for his work is, quote, for every stitch, a tender kiss, unquote. You get the feeling that wouldn't go over too well today? Hashtag moi aussi! Barachois with Toi, demoiselle, qu'avions tant dansé on iTunes. Hey ladies, maybe the next time y'all need shoes, hit a Walmart.
Trois demoiselles qui avaient tant, qui avaient tant dansé. Rampelleron, le ronton, rampelleron, doré. Trois demoiselles qui avaient tant dansé, rampelleron, doré. Elles avaient toutes usé-la, usé-la, soulier. Rampelleron, le ronton, rampelleron, doré. Elles avaient toutes usé-la, soulier, rampelleron, doré. Il faut aller chez le cordonnier. Rampelleron, le ronton, rampelleron, doré. Il faut aller chez le cordonnier, rampelleron, doré. Bonjour, monsieur le corps, monsieur le cordonnier. Rampelleron, le ronton, rampelleron, doré. Bonjour, monsieur le cordonnier, rampelleron, doré. Me feribund barde soulier. Rampelleron, le ronton, rampelleron, doré. Me feribund barde soulier, rampelleron, doré. Oui, mademoiselle, si vous voulez, si vous voulez me payer. Rampelleron, le ronton, rampelleron, doré. Oui, mademoiselle, si vous voulez me payer, rampelleron, doré. Combien me feriez-vous payer? Rampelleron, le ronton, rampelleron, doré. Combien me feriez-vous payer? Rampelleron, doré. À chaque point, un doux.
Hey yo, this is the Island's own hip hop's heel, Adam Robbins, and you're listening to isletunes.
I'd like to write a song about a perfect girl in love with a handsome young man. They're 2.5 kids, a white picket fence, and lives that rolled out like a plan. But all my mind keeps coming up with is a heartache from watching you go. And the experts all say you should write what you know. And in my little song, they'd have the perfect home, and the kids would run outside and play by a river of dreams where still waters flow till the sun bids farewell to the day. But when I take out pen and paper, it's guesswork at best, I suppose. And the poets all say you should write what you know. I could write verse and rhyme about a man wasting time who too late realized he's a fool. Or a sad hurting song, all so lonesome and long, it would knock a barfly from his stool. Wish I could write a song so catchy and glad it would stick like a worm in your ear. It would be fun to play, and the critics would say it's the best one he's written in years. I bet you that song would go viral, and you'd hear me on your radio. But I guess until then, I'll just write what I know. 'Cause the experts all say you should write what you know. Until I'm over you, I'll just write what I know.
A little bit of unexpected swing from Eddie Quinn and his 2012 album Rememory. That's Write What You Know on iTunes. Cardigan native Eddie was in tons of bands over the years, such as Urban Outlaws, the Johnny Ross Band, Old Habits, and of course Fiddler's Sons, which he helped found. So far, he's cut 2 solo records, and he has a ritual of downing a Tim Hortons Double-Double and a bag of plain chips before going on stage. He says the salt in the chips is good for his throat. Since he writes what he knows, maybe that pre-show write will make its way into a song someday. From chips to ninjas? Hell, why not? That's how I roll on iTunes. Sean Lush has, for the last couple of years, been balancing performing as one of the Mi'kmaq heritage actors with releasing several of his own rap tracks. And as part of the outfit Shinobi, stylized with a $sign at the end, thank you very much, Sean has also made those cuts available. Just this past Thursday, Shinobi dropped an entire album called MIA, and I am pleased to bring you its opening offering. Oh, and the ninja thing? You thought I forgot, didn't you? Ninja is the Chinese word for the Japanese word shinobi, meaning those who act in stealth, specializing in unconventional warfare such as infiltration, sabotage, and assassination in the age of the samurai. Who says iTunes isn't educational? Let Shinobi infiltrate you now with Keep the Peace, wrapped over a Beethoven loop on this
iTunes World Premiere.
iTunes F-bomb alert!
Batted like Jill Valentine, y'all just my nemesis. Call me Redfield, blame calm for being reckless. I'm back in this bitch, like Ethan to the mistress. I'll clean off my plate, ain't talking no fucking dishes. I keep the peace on me, so I keep the peace. They say the police roll men, but I run the streets. There's nothing to see, homie, cause I keep it clean. I ain't no snitch. They say take one at a time, but I took three. I keep the peace on me, so I keep the peace. They say the police roll men, but I run the streets. There's nothing to see, homie, cause I keep it clean. I ain't no snitch. They say take one at a time, but I took three. Look at the town like Raccoon City, bunch of dead men walking. I ain't got time for your pity, you're just a dead man talking. Kick it like Leon, Mr. X couldn't even stop him. Use that green herb to get back up, getting high like a fucking Martian, yeah. I am an alien to the project, yet I'm still part of the process. Cause I have been treated like a fucking object in the rap game called projects. No prospects, no defects, no respect for the rejects. So I deflect these pretenses, people speaking nonsense. I keep the peace on me, so I keep the peace. They say the police roll men, but I run the streets. There's nothing to see, homie, cause I keep it clean. I ain't no snitch. They say take one at a time, but I took three. I keep the peace on me, so I keep the peace. They say the police roll men, but I run the streets. There's nothing to see, homie, cause I keep it clean. I ain't no snitch. They say take one at a time, but I took three. Am I right or am I insane? Which one is part of the game? Do I got an itch to say that I changed? To make an appearance of someone who's sane? You know who's to blame? The people that say they can change. Just like a time of the day, you say it's the same. Nah, it changes like clear to rain. Just know you're living your life in vain. Think of the pain, think of the moments of wasting away. Then think it again. Do you know who is your friend? Till the spiritual end. I want a man, and I won't break in the end. Let's stop with playing pretend. Whoa, back in reality, fucking once again, eh? I keep the peace on me, so I keep the peace. They say the police roll men, but I run the streets. There's nothing to see, homie, cause I keep it clean. I ain't no snitch. They say take one at a time, but I took three. I keep the peace on me, so I keep the peace. They say the police roll men, but I run the streets. There's nothing to see, homie, cause I keep it clean. I ain't no snitch. They say take one at a time, but I took three. Getting rich.
live long and perspire. Wait, that's not how that goes. But a Vulcan would not call a heart logical, and neither did Soul Filter, Illogical Heart, from their 2018 A Minor Conspiracy album. Fronted by Karen Penton, who co-founded the Summerside band with husband Mike Penton, these soulful filterers pull inspo from 90s alt-rock acts like the Cranberries and Alanis Morissette, creating their own sound and leading them to hit the top 100 in CBC's Searchlight in 2019, the same year they opened for Big Wreck. Big year for them. Now, history doesn't stop just because it's the Christmas season, so join me for some non-holiday chronology in this week's interpolation of This Week in PEI History. December 1st, 1835, Colonel Sir Aretas William Young died in Charlottetown on this date. Born in London, England, not Ontario, Young's career as an officer and colonial administrator took him to Trinidad, Guadeloupe, and Grenada before he landed here on the island and became lieutenant governor in 1831. Though he was knighted for his services in 1834, he didn't get long to celebrate as he passed just a year later. Coming up, Drea, Danny, and the two Todds. But first, while I've got yous in a history mood, here's a track that's not only vintage AF, so is its source material, and boy does this one have enough attached to it to merit its own special on the History Channel. Briefly put, Prince Edward Isle Adieu is a statement against Confederation, the Island Railway, and the land tenure system, according to an article written by PEI musician John Cousins for Island Magazine in 1980. Cousins traced the roots of the lyrics, which had been speculated to have been written by songmakers Larry Gorman or Lawrence Doyle. Cousins made the case that the Ireland-born Lot 7 schoolteacher James Fitzgerald, who had been markedly anti-Confederation, penned it, likely in the 1860s or 70s. The song has perhaps most notably been recorded by Teresa Doyle, but I'm going back to 1960 for this one, and a rendition from Canadian folk singer Alan Mills. No, he's not from PEI, he's from Quebec, but the song's about PEI, so it counts. My podcast, my rules. But I can't play his version until I tell you he is the one responsible for co-writing the famous children's rhyme, There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. Only on iTunes could you make the trek from anti-Confederation to a woman who swallows flies, spiders, birds, cats, dogs, and goats. Didn't quite get the horse down, did she? All right, adieu to all this explaining, and hello to Prince Edward Isle Adieu by Alan Mills. Old lady probably tried to swallow him too.
Come all you hardy sons of toil, pray lend an ear to me, whilst I relate the dismal state of this our country. I will not pause to name the cause, but keep it close in view, for comrades grieve when they must leave and bid this isle adieu. There is a band within this land who live in pomp and pride. To swell their store they rob the poor, on pleasure's wings they ride. With dishes fine their tables shine, they live in princely style. Those are the knaves who made us slaves and sold Prince Edward's Isle. Through want and care and scanty fare the poor man drags along. He hears a whistle loud and shrill, the iron horse speeds on. He throws his pack upon his back, there's nothing left to do. He boards the train for Bangor, Maine, and bids this isle adieu. The reason why so many fly and leave their island home, because 'tis clear they can't stay here, for work to do there's none. In other climes there's better times, there can't be worse, 'tis true. So weal or woe, away they go, Prince Edward's Isle adieu. In days of yore from Scotland's shore our fathers crossed the main. Though dark and drear they settled here to quit the tyrant's chain. With courage stout they put to rout the forest beasts so wild. Rough logs they cut to build their huts upon Prince Edward's Isle. The place was new, the roads were few, the people lived content. The landlords came their fields to claim, each settler must pay rent. So now you see the tyranny that drove us to exile begin again across the main in our Prince Edward's Isle. But changes great have come of late and brought some curious things. Dominion men have brought us in, with iron rails we ring. There's maps and charts and towns apart, there's tramps of every style. There's doctors mute and lawyers cute upon Prince Edward's Isle. There's judges, too, who find a clue to all the merchants' bills. There's school trustees who want no fees for using all their skill. There's laws for dogs, for geese, for hogs. At this pray do not smile, for changes great have come of late upon Prince Edward's Isle. So here's success to all who press the question of free trade. Join hand in hand, the cause is grand, they're plainly in the shade. The mainland route, the year throughout, take courage, now stand true. My verse is done, my song is sung, Prince Edward's Isle adieu.
Alan Mills and Prince Edward Isle Adieu on iTunes, recorded in 1960, somewhere around a century after its lyrics were written. Talking of befores and afters, this next artist put out her first proper album in 2008 and holds with her fourth and still most current album released in 2015. But before those more traditionally recorded records, this lady made available no less than 5 collections of non-studio albums that are just as good. What can you expect from someone who jams with Dennis Ellsworth and Dan Curry? There are those names again. The woman in question is Drea McDonald, who was my first interview here on iTunes and the first I posted to Patreon. There's that name again. Forget Paula Cole and Where Have All the Cowboys Gone? This is Drea McDonald and Where Have All the Spacemen Gone? From her 2004 album of the same name. Because if you watch that Daniel Craig movie Cowboys and Aliens, well, they're kind of the same thing.
Remember that night, it's like the whole world was ending. In a brilliant flash, as the sun went down, you looked up at the sky like you were looking out to home. I wondered for the first time where you came from. I wondered for the first time who you were. Oh, and as the months went by, you pretended you were alright. Looked up at the sky with tears in your eyes, and since you left I never found another like you. I wonder where all the spacemen have gone. Oh, I wonder if you were the only one.
wish you could see what you see. Things would be a whole lot clearer. Clouds would move and the stars would shine. We could let loose upon the field. Oh, but lately it's been dark and gray. You haven't had much to say when I get home. Oh, and lately I've been looking back, trying to find where we lost track and we're right along. I keep running around, running through my head. Lost so much sleep, I'd be better off dead beside you. Like a worn out dog tied to a leash, I lay down so much, can't get back on my feet. There's so much to do, so little time to get right with my mind. Try to be a rock and try to stand tall. Sometimes I just crumble. I walk the right line between right and wrong. Sometimes I might stumble. Oh, but lately that thin white line's twisted like a mind on wine for weeks now. Oh, and lately I keep looking ahead with one eye closed, 'cause all I see is red somehow. Keep running around, running through my head. I lost so much sleep, I'd be better off dead beside you. Like a worn out dog tied to a leash, you lay down so much, can't get back on my feet. There's so much to do, so little time to get right with my mind. So much sleep, I'd be better off dead beside you. Like a worn out dog tied to a leash, you lay down so much, can't get back on my feet. There's so much to do, so little time to get right with my mind.
Albertson's son Danny Druin with Wish from his 2017 debut album It's Been a Long Week. Danny started playing guitar at age 13. By 15, he had started up a band, Reckless. In more recent times, he was part of Renegade, and in 2020 followed up his aforementioned first album with his Half a Pack from Friday EP. You can also catch Danny as half of the duo Julie and Danny, who just played yesterday on the CTV Christmas Daddies telethon. You're not going to find these acts on a telethon, but you're going to find them all over the island with a little help from me, your purveyor of PEI performers. Just picture me in an alley whipping open a trench coat saying, "Hey, you want to find out who's playing where this week?" Don't worry, I've got clothes on underneath. Today, Sunday, December 3rd, it's Dino and the Harmonies Christmas with special guest Garth Proud at Winslow United in Winslow. Also today, December 3rd, Fiddler's Son's Christmas concert is at the Park Royal United in Charlottetown. And an acoustic Christmas featuring Kelly Mooney, Keelan Wedge, and Christine Cameron are at the Trailside. Wednesday, December 6th, it's Festival de Fête with Chad Matthews at the Village Musical Acadien in Abram Village. Also on Wednesday, December 6th, Adjust the Facts, their album launch at Baba's Lounge. Thursday, December 7th, Island Jazz featuring Holland College SOPA students at Baba's Lounge, and Harmony House Holiday Kitchen Party featuring Joss Rayom, Trevor Grant, Alicia Toner, Carly Howell, Brielle Ansems, and Mike Ross are at the Harmony House at Hunter River, and they are playing Thursday through Saturday until December 21st. Saturday, December 9th, it's Radio Roulette with Busted Gut and Geezer at Baba's Lounge. Looking into next week, December 10th, it's Festival de Fête with José Boudreau at Village Musical Acadien in Abraham Village. December 12th, Holland College SOPA Rock and Country Night are at the Trailside. December 14th, Island Jazz Christmas with Kelly Mooney is at Baba's Lounge. Also December 14th, Holland College SOPA Celtic and Acadian Concert is at the Guild. December 15th, it's an acoustic Christmas featuring Kelly Mooney, Keelan Wedge, and Christine Cameron, this time at Trinity United in Summerside. December 16th, it's Catherine McClellan with Nick Gauthier at the Fiddling Fisherman Lookout in Surrey, and the East Pointers are at the Confed Center. I f***ed up, you guys. Ooh, saucy. I kind of let myself lose the better part of the past week between trying to force myself to work through some chronic fatigue, feeling a bit out of sorts, and putting together a grant application, the type of perfunctory activity that makes my creative brain fry. So I flaked on getting y'all an interview guest. I will endeavor to make up for that next week, and also now by using the time to cram in 2 extra songs in place of the missing interview. How about that? Now, I admit I came into iTunes only having a rudimentary knowledge of the PEI music scene. Sure, I knew some names, but it's been quite a crash course, and therefore I haven't been particularly biased towards one artist versus another, except for this guy. The second I mention his name, you're not going to need me to tell you about him, which will ruin my bit here, but he's a mainstay of island music if ever there was one. He's played in countless duos, trios, and whatever O's come after that. He's always ready for saxy time. I know him well enough to know he'd appreciate that pun. So if you need him to lay down some sax licks for you, he's there. He's even been a guitar teacher, and he taught me to play my very first song, Like a Virgin, which I bet you didn't know was a country ballad before Madonna and her people got a hold of it. English words, rude mechanicals, do I really need to go on? I'm talking about none other than Todd McLean, and you probably also didn't know he's got some solo material out. This is from his untitled 2018 album, a silky bit of sax education called 4 a.m. on iTunes. Incidentally, that's usually bedtime for me. You think I haven't uploaded a few of these episodes at that hour? Hit it, Todd.
like I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Whenever you rock or roll, whoever you choose to hold, whenever you got to go, whoever has got your soul. Give me that groovy love, the kind that makes me want to be with you. Give me that groovy love, the kind that makes you feel the way I do. Give me that groovy love, the love that feels so real, it must be true. Give me that groovy love, the love that makes me feel like I'm with you. I'm with you. Give me that groovy love, the love that makes me feel like I'm with you. Give me that groovy love, the love that makes me feel like I'm with you. Give me that groovy love. Give me that groovy love, the love that makes me feel like I'm with you. Give me that groovy love. Give me that groovy love, the love that makes me feel like I'm with you.
Battle of the Network Todds here on iTunes. Which Todd won? Hey, that wasn't no competition, but that was Groovy Love from Todd Wilfred King's Even When It Hurts album, which just came out a few weeks ago. Todd started playing in Charlottetown as an 80s teen in the band Paper Cross. His musicianship as an adult led him to sharing stages with April Wine and Canadian guitarist Phil X, who took over for lead as Bon Jovi. Todd came back to PEI after tooling around Calgary for a decade, and the result is this album with his Wilfred King Trio. Hey, he's like me. Do we call him Todd or Wilfred? No one ever knows whether to call me Adam or Michael, though my default response is, I've been called a lot worse. And now it's time for me to call it a day, or night, or whenever you happen to be listening for this episode of iTunes. Thank you for taking time out of your busyness to spend some time with me and the songs that make the island music scene the tasty stew that it is. All these ingredients! You're just not going to get this combination anywhere else, especially on radio. If you want to hear how that combination sounds through a Christmas speaker, mark your calendars now for the December 24th episode, which is going to be a special expanded installment with less me and as much PEI holiday music as I can stuff into a sonic stocking. That's 3 weeks from now, Christmas Eve day. Listen as you're hurriedly getting those presents wrapped at the last minute, or as an escape from that relative you're glad you don't see the rest of the year. You know the one. As for me, come find me at amj@altunes.ca or 902-807-4250 if you want to leave a comment about the show, suggest an artist for me to play, suggest some vintage PEI songs you've got kicking around, or send me a recording of yourself saying an island catchphrase for me to use in opening an episode. Jackie Robichaux is responsible for this week's audio awesomeness. I also post links to where you can buy the music you hear here, and you'll find those on Facebook and Instagram. Just pop iTunes into those search engines and search no more. Become a part of the growing iTunes movement. And as I mentioned, you can support this podcast by becoming a subscriber on Patreon for $5 measly a month. I mean, really, you can barely get 3 liters of gas for that anymore. And as I also mentioned, videos are up there that are an expansion of iTunes, filmic full versions of the interviews that happen around here. Maybe someone you know might like a subscription as a Christmas gift. There's talk about rap that you don't have to rap. Musical contribution to the iTunes theme by Kaylin McCauley and John Hashem. Show concept by Rocky O'Neill. I'm Adam Michael James and you're not. In which case, I'll have to be the one to bring you another episode of iTunes next Sunday. Santa supposedly sees you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake, which is kind of creepy if you think about it too much. So this time of year, now more than ever, be good. And if you can't be good at it. See you next week.